Hello, it's me, Queen Sensitivity, and today this is gonna be your what are you ready for? I was about to say, are you ready for it? What are you ready for? Interactive, pick a card, reading. It's a little piece of hair on here. It looked like it's forming a letter or something. Let me pick it up. Maybe I want to stay on there. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, this is inspired by, like, are you ready for it? But it's also, that's what I heard when I asked Spirit what to record. I finally feel better. Excuse me. So I was like, let's do a fun pick a card. So hopefully this is fun. I did call in the highest frequencies to be transmitted through this reading. So this wants to be the card for number 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick the pile oracle cards. And I will explain, ooh, this wants to be number 2. I will explain, I want to be number 3 at the beginning of each pile. So that was very quick. And now we have the 3 piles with the bottom of the deck is the door to romance. So this reading might be very romantic. If you've been seeing the angel number 33, this is a double sign for you. I just saw 121 on the clock, which I saw earlier. So 12 and 21, 12, 12, 21, 21, stuff like that, 111, 222, stuff like that. If you've been seeing those, door to romance is open. Okay. So go ahead and, is this straight? I can't even tell, Lord. Go ahead and pick a pile. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Jesus. Ugh. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay. All right, so pile number 1 is 211. So before we get started, I'm gonna explain to you what I mean by interactive. This method was inspired by this person on Instagram, and it was 444 when I looked up on Instagram to make sure I had the right @ So this person was a part of my Sensitive Self group chat, and I just wanted to, like, I don't know, shout everybody out who's been in my group chat. Thank you so much, and this is like a hoorah. So the way this is going to be interactive, go ahead and get out an oracle deck if you have it, especially if you have this specific oracle deck. So pause the video if you want to be interactive and go get any oracle deck that you feel intuitively called to, but especially if you have this energy oracle deck. If you don't have an oracle deck, you can go get a tarot deck. If you don't have a tarot or oracle deck, you can get a piece of paper and just write down the first word that comes to your mind. Any word that comes to your mind, put it on the index card of the piece of paper and just keep it sitting tight, okay? Because we're gonna use your personal card to clarify this one. So you'll, I don't know, you can do your own kind of like reading and like get extra confirmation about what this reading means to you based on your own card pulling. I don't know if you heard that tap. So that tap means that I'm doing good and I'm being congratulated. So how we're gonna do this, first we're gonna pull some angel numbers and some zodiac signs from in here. Sorry, that was loud. And then we're gonna get what are you ready for with these 2 cards and your card, of course. This is my African Adinkra symbol tarot deck, Fawohodie symbol. And then we might get more clarifiers, but I definitely am gonna get a quote from one of these books. This pile is so loud, like that just slammed again. So I don't know, maybe there's like some sort of slamming doors around you. I also feel like very excited, like 411. I feel like today, pile number 1, you've been seeing some shit. Like, I don't know why I said it like that, but you've been seeing some stuff, like stuff has happened. Like you've looked up and seen like a rainbow, or like you looked up and saw a red bird. Like you've been seeing like little things. Like today, something magical happened to me, and when I went to like open my car door, a spider immediately like fell down and started weaving a web string, and then it blew in the wind. Like as soon as I opened the door, that happened. Like 4:44 on the timer. Like stuff like that has been happening. If you're watching this and you're resonating with what I'm saying, go ahead and subscribe. I just heard that subscriptions really help to support me and get my channel to be shared with more people so that they can find their home with me, hopefully. And if not, it's okay to just be a visitor. All right, yeah, there is this very loud sense of excitement with you. My eyes are closed. We got these two and zodiac signs. 3. So it looks like 21. If you go and watch the intro, there's a message for you there. 12, 21, 40. We have Virgo, we have Leo, and we have Aries. Now me, I am not a very big zodiac person, but I thought it would be cool if these letters could also be important. So the letter L, the letter A, the letter V, the letter E, and the letter O, I feel could be significant. Yeah, E and O here, Elanor Oliphant. I feel like specifically the letters, these letters. I know I just said that, but it's this show on Netflix called Sex Education. And there's this character in the last season and she goes by O. And I feel like there's a character, Evan or something, I don't know, with the E. That show might be important. They might have messages in there for you. So I'm gonna move these over here. And these as well. Hopefully they stay the same. Like my hands are like shaking. Oh, child. Whew. Go ahead and get your card out if you haven't already. If you haven't, just pause the video. But we're gonna flip them over now. What are you ready for? Yes, this was on the bottom of the deck and it was like, pick me, you better put me down. Choose me. There is something very strong wanting to manifest for you and be in your field. And for some of you watching this, maybe for most of you, this might have already happened or like just happened. And you're watching this video to get confirmation like that this is the thing that you've been waiting for to happen. For some reason, I'm hearing like medicine. It might have something to do with the hospital. I do want to mention that today I am lucky enough to have an actual newborn baby in the building while I'm doing this reading. I feel like this baby is just bringing so much luck and like, I don't know, cleansing to the space. So I feel like there's something to do with the hospital. Somebody that works at a hospital, maybe you work at a hospital, somebody that's getting out of the hospital or some sort of results came back, something with health. Could be something like you got a job at a hospital. It's something like that. And if not, you might have some sort of connection to a show that has to do with the hospital, like Grey's Anatomy. I don't watch other ones. I think The Good Doctor, like some sort of show that's in the hospital. This episode has a message for you, maybe season 8. It's 8 minutes on the clock now. But I have been seeing this number basically constantly. And so what I get from this number is divine union. Union. So there is something, some sort of energy. This could be a person, this could be an opportunity, something to do with your career, finances, you know, health. Something is waiting. It's not waiting. It's running to get towards you and to connect with you so it can be in union. Like it's like two magnets, like a magnet attracting to you. I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel very hot. I feel very racy and energetic. So what you're ready for is this sacred union that you have been feeling for a long while. And I feel like it's just been increasingly getting intense, like more and more intense day by day. This has been getting intense. And this union, this is something where you were never separate from this. So this is destiny. Like this is never gonna miss you. And in fact, everything in your life, like the song Invisible String by Taylor Swift, everything in your life was always lining up to get you to this point, and you're ready for it. Ooh, look. So this is my tarot deck that I made, or card deck. I don't really like to call it tarot oracle, but I made 2 of each card. So this is the Other Death card, which I took as birth. So what I was saying about hospitals, like, and I mentioned the baby that we have here, like something brand new that's gonna stay, it's gonna stick. It says feeling the change, walking miracles. So this is whatever this is, I feel like it's going to be different for everybody, but it might be an extra emphasis on another person. It's going to stay. I don't know. Did you just see the shift in the light? The light just shifted and the time on the clock was 10:10. Let me come this lamp. Does it make a difference, this lamp? Barely. Anyways, that was pretty cool. So this is a walking miracle. So this is most likely a person that's delivering you some sort of news, and this news won't be like flimsy. Like, for example, like I've had a lot of small miracles. Like I get, like, I don't know, a reading from one person, or I get a free cinnamon roll, like stuff like that. Those miracles, like those are like temporary miracles. Like you eat the cinnamon roll that night, you know what I mean? This miracle is gonna stay and it's gonna spread around. So let's say, for example, this is a person. You being with this person, it doesn't have to be romantic, but this person like being with you and being in your life is gonna align a lot of stuff for you. Like a lot of stuff is gonna come in, opportunities that you never even expected, stuff that you never even dreamed of. It's just gonna be offered to you. Very easy. I see people like outside on vacation. Like I feel like you might get called, like people will call you and ask you to like do fun things for them. Like they might not know how to do it, but you do, and it's fun for you. So let's say, for example, I don't know, a random thing, making mugs. So let's say you know how to make mugs, or maybe you even don't know how to make mugs, but people want you to do it because your energy is just so right and it's so nice. I'm being called to share that the other day I was called to go to the library and sit in this very specific area. And when I went over there, there was this girl, and she told me, she came and sat next to me, and she said, "You feel like my home." It's like she just walked up to me. And so I feel like a lot of people, they will see you as the walking miracle, you as the earth angel. And so they'll call you and they'll want you to be around them, and you will get a lot of miracles and benefits from being around these people who appreciate you and see you for who you are and want to contribute to your life in a beneficial way. Wow. Let's see. So now you can, I don't know if you already did, but you can flip over your card that you have or your paper and get clarifier on this. Now would be a great time. You can go and do that while I'm about to shuffle to get just a little bit more. I probably need to stop. We'll just get one card. Just get one. I was like, I'm gonna reuse this deck more, so I'm using it more. We have the Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups. Yes, this is an offering. And like I said, it's not just the Page of Cups, and it's not just the Knight of Cups. It's Three of Cups. It's from multiple people. It's from multiple sources. Like it's more than one. But there does seem to be a particular person, one particular person who is this angel, who's this fierce angel. And this time I'm hearing, this time they have on armor, and they're not gonna let anything come between this connection. Doesn't have to be romantic, but I do feel that it's leaning that way. But I feel like this is somebody you already know or knew. And if not, this person is going to come in brand new and be very serious about protecting you and protecting this connection with you. And that's what I was saying earlier with the walking miracle, feeling a change. This is not temporary. This is not some fluke. This is not something they came up with on the spur of the moment. This is not infatuation. This is somebody who deeply loves you and honors you and wants to protect you and serve you. So we'll get a quote from Elanor, Oliphant, Completely Fine by Gail, Honeyman. I heard the number 3 again. I stood up ready to take my leave. Her erstwhile, that's a weird word, her erstwhile companion had returned and cast a glance at my hands, their tips gleaming green. Nice, she said, her tone and body language implying strongly that she had little interest in the topic. Casey became slightly more animated. What would you like a loyalty card, she said. Have 5 manicures and the 6 ones free. So lots of angel numbers, 1444 on the timer when I finished reading. Lots of angel numbers for you. Gleaming green, you're about to have some sort of money influx coming in, something gleaming in green. And I feel like the people who have been bothering you or like trying to, I don't know, speak down on your name, they're not gonna bother you no more because you're gonna be too high to even hear them. Okay, so this has been your reading, pile number 1. Please leave a comment. Like I said, subscribe, go follow this person if you can. It's a private account. Maybe you'll be worthy, maybe not. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 2, I just heard Kim Possible, and specifically Shigo. Maybe because it is green. Shigo from Kim Possible. I forgot to move these out of the way, so I feel like maybe you need to clean up your area, or there's something you forgot. Maybe I'm helping you out. You forgot something, maybe your keys or something, or like, I don't know, something in your space that you forgot to remove needs to be removed. Okay. I'm ready. I was like waiting to get ready, and I'm like, I realized that I'm already ready. So there's something like that. I don't know, maybe you're like about to go somewhere, or you're going somewhere right now, and like you keep like forgetting things, or like wanting to do things, but like you're already ready for it. There might be something that you've been, I just saw the camera like, I don't know, glitch. There might be something that you've been like building up to and like waiting, and Spirit is saying you're already ready. Like you're ready right now. You don't need to like wait. You're ready now. So this is going to be an interactive reading. It was inspired by this person. It was exactly 4:44 when I wrote down this person's @ on Instagram. So thank you to this person. They were a part of my group chat, and I just wanted to give a little shout out and hoorah to my group chat, 'cause I'm so thankful for every single person who participated, and even people who wanted to participate but weren't able to. Very grateful. So this is gonna be interactive. So you're gonna be clarifying this card on your own. So get out your Oracle deck if you have one, especially if you have this one, the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra and Taylor. If not, just get any Oracle deck you feel intuitively called to get. If you don't have any Oracle decks, go ahead and get your Tarot deck, any one that you would like to get. And if you don't have either of those, just get a piece of paper, maybe an index card or something, and write down the first word that comes to your mind. You can pause the video now and go ahead and get that done, get it ready, okay? Because you're gonna be clarifying this yourself to make it a more personal reading for you. And let me know in the comments how this works out for you. Hopefully it'll be fun. I can't wait to watch this back and do it myself. We about to see what you're ready for. So first, we're gonna get some angel numbers and zodiac signs to make sure this is your reading, you know, give you extra confirmation and, I don't know, just extra messages. I feel like I'm talking too much. Like there's something about you that's like delaying something even though you're ready for it. Like you're ready to go, but you keep on like waiting for a sign. Just, if you wanted to know if you should do something or not, this is your sign. Do it. Pile number 2. Be safe. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt nobody else, but just do it, okay? I heard the number 2 and then zodiac signs. All 3 of them turned upside down. So there's something that either you're not seeing or something that is ready, but you don't want to see it yet. Like maybe you like, somebody sent you a message or something. You have the number 9, the number 4. I heard house numbers. I don't know what that means. Maybe in your birth chart, your house. The number 1 and the number 40 again. Pile number 1 had the number 40. So the number 4 is very important. Some of you might have been born in 94 or 49 or 99, 1999 or 2009. Are you old enough to watch this? Hopefully. I don't want to do math. But these numbers are very important. Look, 44 and 19. Maybe the year 1944 is important, like in terms of somebody in your family, something like that. Or maybe you just been seeing these numbers 19 and 44. The zodiac signs you have are Sagittarius. I just heard somebody gasp. Like you have Gemini and you have Libra. So This is a fire sign, this is an air sign, and this is an air sign. So 2 air signs. There's somebody like in your family, maybe it's you, but it's something about your family that's very like airy. They have very straightforward tongues. Like their wit is very straightforward. And I feel like people might, I don't know, people could find that offensive, but you get it. There's something about the sharp tongues in your family. Maybe you come from one of those places where people are very straightforward, like maybe the North, like Brooklyn or the Bronx, or like the mama, Rochelle, and everybody hates Chris. Like she has a very sharp tongue. She's very straightforward. She doesn't hold it back. That's relevant. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the card over. You can either flip yours over with me, or you can wait until after and then flip yours over, whatever you wanna do. But I feel like you should do it with me for some reason, this group. What are you ready for? Happy family. So yeah, this is the second card. All the cards, when I shuffled them, they were like, ooh, I want to come out. Like this one was like, pick me, pick me, pick me. So here, once again, we have the number 4, and then we have the symbolism of rainbows. And Spirit is telling me to go into more detail about the imagery on this actual card rather than like how I feel. And so I feel like that's a message for you. Like Spirit wants you to pay more attention to what is there in front of you versus like what you think is there. I feel like you might be, look, this sun, it's like 2 suns. You're making some sort of assumption about something, even though it's right in front of you. Like, let's say, for example, somebody sends you a message like, can we hang out? And like your brain starts to think, you know, they're only asking me this because they don't have anything better to do, or they feel sorry for me, or they feel guilty, or somebody else must have encouraged them to do this, or like they must have just got called off of work and they're bored. And Spirit is like, stop. Just look at what is actually written. It says, do you want to hang out? You know, so just see it exactly as that. There's a need for you to pull back your emotionality because it's attached to fear and doubt that are no longer serving you. This sky is reminding me of the Truman Show, if you've ever seen that movie, but it's amazing. But basically in that show, like the sky is a fake screen, but I feel like Spirit is saying this ain't fake. And so there's something about you where you're like assuming that, I don't know if you have some sort of connection that somebody likes you or something, or somebody wants to be with you and hang out with you, and you're like, nah, they lying, like, or it's too good to be true. It's something, this feeling of like, it's too good to be true. It's not gonna work out. Spirit is saying, this is real, honey. This ain't no fake. This ain't fake. Like you really think that you was gonna come up like in consciousness, you was gonna ascend and we was gonna have some fake stuff for you, fake flowers? No, ma'am. Like that would not do. It's like, imagine going to like the best, I don't know, resort in the world, and they have flowers on the table. Those flowers ain't gonna be plastic. Them gonna be real flowers that they just picked that morning. And this is what Spirit is saying, like, you're getting the best. You're getting the all-star treatment. And I feel like with me saying about your family, like the way that y'all grew up, or I don't know, y'all, maybe you have siblings, but the way that you grew up, it's like, it's not cool to like take something at face value. It's cool to critique it. It's cool to make jokes about it. It's cool to like haha and sarcastically like turn it down. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's this song by Ken the Man called Not My N-Word. I don't know if I can say that on here. Who cares? But anyways, and she's like, he picked me up and he took me on a flight, and like her friends in the background are like, yeah, right. Like, no, he did. She's like, girl, why he flew me private? They're like, yeah, stop lying. Like, it's this feeling of like, stop lying, stop playing. Like this feeling of your family, people around you, like they don't believe in stuff like this, and so they question it, but they do it from a loving space. And I feel like you have some of that like residual still bothering you now, like that type of train of thought. But it is true. Yeah, this is the other Empress, and I forgot to draw a line under there. So I made this deck myself, and I made all major arcana, and I made 2 of them. This is the other Empress. It says feeling guilty, insecure, and trespassing. So you have some sort of beautiful thing that you are ready for, that's already entered your life. Notice this is the number 3 and the number 4. So 4, so this beautiful thing came, and then immediately after that you got insecure and kind of like frightened of it. For example, like, I don't know, should I use my example that I got today? Okay, so this crazy thing happened to me today, and I'll go ahead and share it here with you. You're lucky. Say yay. I'm just kidding. But I went to the grocery store, and there was this employee. It was this beautiful man, and he sounded so familiar. You know how it is. And he had this apple cider that I could drink, you know, as a sample. And I drank it, and I was like, oh, this is so good. And he was telling me about how, you know, the apples in it and stuff like that. And then I was like, I don't know if I can buy it, because I was at the grocery store with my mama's card. Like, it wasn't my money that I was supposed to be spending at the grocery store. So I was like, I don't know, I don't want to, you know, spend her money on something just for me. And he was like, I tell you what, he literally took out $20 from his wallet for me to just be able to get the apple cider. And I, like, immediately after that, I was like, oh no, like, I've, like, you know, I don't know, charmed this man into, like, giving me this for free. Or, like, you know, I've been, I don't know, like, I must have manipulated him somehow into giving me this. And, like, Spirit was saying, like, no, this is a gift from the universe. This is a gift from Spirit because of your service. Like, you put in the time for this. You have worked your ass off for this. It's not something that just fell out of the sky. Even though you deserve to have things for free, you know, just as the beautiful divine being that you are, but you have also put in time. Like, this is a symbol of the female, the feminine symbol, and it's a cracked heart. Like, it's cracked. You've been brokenhearted. People have mistreated you. You've had to climb up these steps on your own with, like, bad ankles or bad knees, and yet, like, you still did it. And so now, yes, you about to get the happy family. Yes, this is here for you. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's real. No, it's not a scam. No, it's not the Truman Show. Okay? So hopefully your card, your interactive card, confirms this. I think I'm going to get another quote from Elanor Oliphant instead of the Talisman. This is by Gail Honeyman. But yeah, in this book, she has a very distorted view of reality. I don't want to say distorted, but she has a very unique view of reality that is, it would be more accurate if she took it at face value, but she doesn't. She, like, warps it in her brain. Okay. That evening, I had planned to relax with a cup of Bovril and listen to a very interesting radio program that's about South American politics. After completing my usual checks on what Johnny Lomden was up to, he sent a desultory tweet about a character in a television program and posted a photograph on Facebook of a new pair of boots he wanted. A slow news day then. Hearing from Mommy on the Monday was an unexpected, unwelcome surprise. Elanor, darling, not our usual time to talk, I know, but I was thinking about you. Just wanted to say hello, see how you were getting on, you know, that sort of thing. I was silent, shocked by the unscheduled intrusion into my evening. Well, she said, I'm waiting, darling. I cleared my throat. I'm fine, Mommy. You were thinking about me. This was a first. So, this was a lot. So there's definitely some sort of interference from your family, whether or not they, you know, verbally come out and said this about this person or this commitment or this partnership, this popularity, something that you've gained. They might have said something about it, and you are ready to let that go. You're ready to no longer have it intruding in your life, and also to think about it in a different way. So I'm going to spoil this a little bit. So if you don't want spoilers for this book, go ahead and fast forward. But basically, Eleanor's mother doesn't exist. I think her mother died or ran away from her a long time ago, but she doesn't exist. So anytime you hear a phone call from Eleanor's mother, that's Eleanor's own mind making up her voice and her criticisms just to bring her own self down. I'm feeling very hot right now, but in a very uncomfortable way, and kind of like lightheaded. There might be a little bit of gaslighting or a lot of gaslighting going on from some sort of person in your family. But it's like, see, she was checking on this person who doesn't care about her, you know, doesn't interact with her, but she goes and searches for them. So there might be something else you're ready to let go of in terms of like holding on to people who aren't valuing you, who aren't putting you first, you know, who don't reciprocate what you give. You're ready to let that go because it's making you double think. It's making you like check yourself and overthink too much. So if you've been like that anxiety that I was experiencing at the beginning, or that feeling of like forgetfulness and misplacing things and feeling like I'm ready but I'm not, and I'm not ready but I am, like, it might not just be you. It might also be the influence. You're picking up on the feelings of other people in your life who don't want the best for you, who doubt you, who doubt this beautiful thing that's entering your life, and that energy is attaching itself to you, probably in your sleep, I heard from some people, and like you wake up feeling somebody else's doubt for your life. That's not your doubt, as well as it is, because you've accepted it and brought it on as your own. Let's give you one tarot card. I'm feeling, and then I'll let you go. Oh, 7 of Cups. So yeah, it's like too many people, too many bats. You need to get some clarity by creating some space, getting some alone time. And I feel like when you do that, you'll start to feel like so much lighter and so much happier, because you'll realize that what you were experiencing was often somebody else's, disbelief in themselves. There's projections upon you rather than your own beliefs. So if you resonate with this, go ahead and subscribe, leave a sweet comment, especially if you got a nice card to clarify this one. And thank you so much. I do personal readings. There's information on that in the description, and I'll see you next time. Bye, pile number 2. Pile number 4. I was hearing a song from the Cheetah Girls. It's like, amigas, cheetahs, friends for life. Look at each other. That's what keeps us tight. So maybe cheetahs are important for you. Maybe look up the spiritual meaning of the cheetah. I saw a video today actually of cheetahs. It was 2 of them, and they were both running down this field in some country in Africa, I believe. Okay, 33 on the clock. So the way that this will be an interactive reading, I'm about to explain that. There's like something bothering me. Let me cleanse the area. I feel like there's this feeling for you, pile number 3, that like you're wrong, but you're not wrong. Maybe somebody 3344, like somebody gaslighting you, or some sort of interference, but it's not true. You're right. You're right on the money. So this was inspired by this person, and I looked up this person's on Instagram at exactly 4:44. So that's important. This person was in my group chat, so I wanted to do a little special shout out. And I also just heard that this was like how to do it. So this was inspired by her. This is an interactive reading. So go ahead and get an oracle deck. If you have this one, especially get that one. This is the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra and Taylor. But any oracle deck that you feel guided to choose. And if you don't have an oracle deck, you can get a tarot deck. If you don't have a tarot deck, you can just go get a piece of paper or index card and write down the first word, 34 on the clock, the first word that comes to mind. And you can use that card or that paper to clarify this card, what you're ready for. So pile number 3, I keep wanting to call you pile number 4. So I feel like there's something about you that is both here and there. So you might be a little ungrounded, because I feel a little bit floaty in my ears, like popping. So you might be experiencing a lot of physical ascension symptoms. That's what's happening with the whole planet. Is everybody is rising up to remember themselves as, you know, divine beings of source, as divine creators, as divine magicians. And I feel like because you are so gifted and talented, you've been living in like 2 dimensions or 2 versions of life for a while, and that's why you have like the ascension symptoms. Just take this however it resonates, and if it don't resonate at all, just leave it. But that's what I'm picking up on now. Like, you might have been experiencing a lot of frustration because you can see the future, you can see what's available so clearly, but like it's not in this reality. And so like there's this feeling of like really wanting to detach from where you are, the places, the people, the situations, because you can see the new, you can see what something better. And so you're like, I don't want this no more. This is scraps. So there's this feeling of that. So before we get to this part, I'm gonna get you some zodiac signs and some angel numbers to clarify, and then we'll do these, and then we'll get a quote from probably this one, the Talisman, since I haven't used that one yet. Oh, I keep saying the number 34, so my eyes are closed. I swear to God, this number 40 came out in every pile. Look at that. This is crazy, crazy. So for you, pile number 3, you have specifically the number 404 or 44. Is very important. So 44 and number 4 is a very grounded foundational number. So like I said, you've been seeing this new foundation for a while now. You've been seeing something better for a while. And when you see these, I feel like these are confirmations, and also asking you to become more grounded. Like take a moment and like do some breath work. So you have Leo, Virgo, and Libra. Libra season, which is now, I believe, as I'm recording this video, but it doesn't matter when you're watching this. I don't like to do time, so I'll elaborate. Libra season, I felt, is very important. So it doesn't matter if it's already passed or Libra season last year or 2 years ago. There's something about this season where something happened for you. And I feel like this is anything to do with Libra season, even if like, I don't know, some moon or planet or whatever is in Libra or even Leo, it's a sign from spirit. Or if you see the word Libra, or if you meet a Libra, something like that. I don't like to do time because I feel like it just keeps everybody waiting on stuff. But I felt called to say that. But these signs could be indications that this is your reading. So we're gonna get right into it. What are you ready for? I would encourage you to wait to flip your card over until after I've done this. Unless you've already seen it, which is fine, you know, it's okay. But I encourage you to wait to flip your card over, and even your piece of paper, until after, because I feel like it'll hit harder later on. So, okay. Ooh. Wow. Blossom in abundance. Remember I kept saying the number 34. You have 4 and 3. 34 and 43. So these numbers in the tarot deck, they represent the Emperor and the Empress. So this is what I was saying, like this duality, this 2. So not only you can take what I was saying earlier in a different way, like your divine masculine, your divine feminine have been coming into union, coming in sync, and that's why you felt so kind of trippy. Like I felt very trippy. That's why I'm not able to do these videos, you know, as consistently as I would like. Everything is very spur of the moment because I never know when I'll have like a terrible headache, or, you know, I'll feel dizzy, or, you know, I'll feel extremely tired. I have all over body aches, sometimes jaw pain. Like I never know when I'll be feeling good. So with this, I feel like Spirit is saying you're ready for massive change, and also just to be treated with such gentleness and kindness. I'm hearing like a spa day, but it's not a spa day. This is what you've been seeing in your future, in your mind. 40:04 on the clock. October 4th and the 14th might have been really important, but just the 4s of every month, or the 4th hour of every day. I don't know. Oh, I'm like kind of dizzy now. Okay. You're ready for softness. I think I'll give another example. Like the other day, I went to the park and I met this man, and it was just very unexpected, but he was so kind and he was so nice. And I remember being so surprised by that. And it's because it's been such a long time since I've been treated with such gentleness, such kindness and consideration. You know, nobody wanting anything from me in a long time. Like, it's not like people come up to me constantly asking me for stuff, but people energetically like to take from me because I'm an empath. So you might definitely be an empath in this group, and you have like very good energy. And so people will suck it off, you know, off of you, and like vampire you. And I feel like a lot of people don't even do it intentionally. It's just because they're not dealing with their own stuff. They're just going about life, la 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 la, like repeating the same cycles. And so like they don't even know like all the stuff that they haven't, you know, all their trauma they haven't processed. When you around them, you immediately start healing them. Like you just do this naturally. It's draining. And so it was so surprising to me to be around a person who wanted to give to me, who wanted to heal me, who wanted to be kind to me. And this is what you're ready for. This is what the time, the lifestyle, the life that you're entering into is one where you are receiving. You're receiving in doves. You're receiving every day. Like it's going to become like, this is your everyday life. Let's say, for example, just to give a different one, like you had a terrible bed. And so every day you had like an uncomfortable sleep, and you woke up with like a stiff back and a stiff neck. It's like now you're getting a whole nother mattress. So every day when you wake up, you will have that you'll be waking up on this new mattress that's soft. You'll be going to sleep on this mattress that's soft, so you don't have to like worry about feeling uncomfortable anymore. So this is the card that came out, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to get a purple one because it's hard to see. But when I picked it up, this one came out with it. This is actually one of my favorite cards. It's the Other Tower card. So in this African Adinkra symbol, Fawohodie, deck that I made two of each major arcana. This is the Other Tower card. It has a line under it, and you can see the 16. I made it look like this swinging motion. So you may have, I don't want to say you may, you have been having a lot of tower moments, a lot of rocking, a lot of uncomfortableness in your reality. And the only control that you've had is really over yourself and how you react to it, because I feel like there might not have been a lot of support or people really understanding what's been going on and what's been happening to you. What's been happening to you is that you're powerful as hell, and other people aren't in the space yet where they have access to their power, and so they don't understand. So you might be around a lot of people who are zombies, for lack of a better word, or people who are just very unconscious. These people are lovely. We don't, you know, want to look down on anybody. I'm not saying that at all. But, you know, people can only understand as far as their consciousness level. And so you've really had nowhere to go, like nobody to like understand you except for yourself and your own intuition and, you know, things that you've sought out for yourself. So this would be a good time now to flip over your card if you want. That's what I feel called to say. And you can pause this video if you need a moment. So your other card is the Other Devil card. So the other one, which is the number 15, and there's these chains. So what's been going on for you is that you've been breaking chains. You've been breaking generational curses. You've been breaking curses that you have been repeating throughout your like different lifetimes, like 44, 55, like say in every lifetime you've always like, I don't know, lost your lover, or you never got to, you know, live life with your soul partner. This time you will be, like, you're breaking that pattern. Like, let's say every lifetime you served and served and served and served and served and served and gave to everybody else, and nobody gave anything to you. You know, this shaman in the woods, and everybody came there for help, but they didn't leave shit for the shaman. Like, you're breaking that curse, you're breaking that pattern. It's divine ending, destined ending. Don't force. I feel like you might have noticed that you can't force shit, and you are being divinely protected. So that means like there's a lot of divine timing and a divine alignment, which might also be why you are frustrated, because you know you can't force. With sacredness like this, a sacred transformation that you're going through, you can't force it. It's very protected. It's very divine. It'll only crack open when it's time. But I feel like the main goal on your end is that you're breaking through all these chains. You're breaking through all these limiting beliefs. And so every day, whether you are conscious of it or not, whether you can feel it or not, or maybe you can, you're more and more free. You give less F's about what people think. You no longer hold your tongue back and bite your tongue for the sake of making other people comfortable, or out of fear that people will leave you and won't want to be friends with you anymore. You're still speaking your truth. You're following your heart. You're standing your ground. And that is the biggest reward of all, because when you receive this, you'll need to be in that state. If you haven't received this already, I feel like, you know, this is timeless. It's however you watch this video, but like as you receive this, I should say, as you receive this blossoming abundance, and it's blossoming, which means it'll continue to grow, you have to be in this empress mode, regardless of gender, because you have to be in the empress and the emperor mode. That's why I said the two combining as one with spirit. That's three, it's God. Because you have to be open to receiving, but you also have to have boundaries to protect yourself, because this is stuff that you didn't have in other lifetimes, if that makes sense. So what you're ready for is complete freedom, freedom from limiting beliefs, and abundance like you have never known, and gentleness and kindness, and a forever spa day, an everyday vacation, an everyday love fest. I'm wishing this all for you. Horoki ananamasaka. Okay? And I think we'll get a quote from this first, and then maybe tarot cards. Okay. Under this 4. Jack thought that Uncle Tommy might have described dinner not unkindly as consisting of American Grange Hall cuisine. The boys sat at long tables and were served by 4 of their number, who had changed into clean mess whites following the confession period. Following another prayer, chow was duly brought on. Big glass bowls full of home-baked beans were passed up and down the 4 tables. Streaming platters of cheap red hot dogs, turns of canned pineapple chunks, lots of milk in plain cartons marked donated commodities, an Indiana State Dairy Commission. Wolf ate with grim concentration, his head down, a piece of bread always in one hand to serve as the combination pusher and mopper. So with this, there's the number 4 was mentioned several times, so I would encourage you to go do some research on this number. It's called I think it's blossoming or blooming woman, but it's spelled like womb She has a lot of angel number videos that I would highly recommend and that I sometimes post on my community YouTube page. But it feels like here, you've been eating like common commodities. This is what you've been taking and you've been turning it into gold, I feel like. Like you use it as a mop, what is it? A mopper and a pusher. Like you've been using these not so good things and you've been changing them into gold. You've been transmuting so much. And I feel like all your efforts are about to be revealed to you and paid off. It's about to be rewarded. So right now, as you might have a lot of these ascension symptoms, you really need to rest because you're doing a lot. I don't care what people say. I don't know if you can see these little shifts of the trees, like they're cutting up for you. You've been going through a lot. You've been doing a lot. You've been doing so much important and essential work. And it's also time for you to be in a very receptive mode because it's just time. Like Lizzo said, it's about damn time. Like you've been putting in all this work. It's time for you to receive. So let's get your single tarot card. I'm gonna take this one out, King of Pentacles. So it's not a single one. Oh Lord, why y'all always wanna come out? You have Eight of Cups, yeah, walking away and Three of Swords, walking away from this heartbreak and heavy lifting. I feel like with my dog going crazy, like people not showing up for you, people not giving back to you equally is done. And replacing that with the Knight of Pentacles, with a person or like, you know, an atmosphere, a life where people not only show up for you, but they show up for you wholeheartedly. They show up with the full pentacle. They show up with all 4 candles lit. And they mean business. This is the energy of stability with the number 4. You know, you keep saying number 4. Stability and it's concrete. You know what I mean? And it's arriving for you now. So claim this. Say, I claim this abundance for myself. I wish the best for myself. I'm lucky. I'm abundant. I'm blessed. I'm beautiful. I'm fully healed. I am worthy. I'm enough. Because you are. Okay, so subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a beautiful comment, especially if you got a cool card to, I don't know, clarify. And take care of yourself. Pile number 3. I have personal readings. There's information on that in the description. Sensitivity kits are only $11. And I'll see you next time. Bye.